So hello everyone, this is your Krishna from Women Today YouTube channel. So in this channel, we have been interviewing many women entrepreneurs and working women across different cities in India. We are traveling to different cities and we are doing offline interviews, and we are also doing online interviews across different cities and also across different countries in the world. So today's our guest is from Bangalore. Her name is Swarna Latha. So I welcome you, Swarna Latha, ma'am, to this Women Today YouTube channel. She is a great psychologist and also a mindful wellness coach. So please kindly introduce about yourself, about the kind of work you're doing to the audience who are watching this interview right now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Krishna. First of all, bringing me to the platform where women are celebrated. And I'm really feeling honored to be a part of this platform. I'm really grateful and thank you so much for bringing me here. Yes. So, yes, I'm into IT world from past 14 years. I'm doing really well in technical world as well. I have been solving technical problems throughout, but what has stood over the years is that my natural ability to connect with people. So I have whether it is guiding people in technical problems or calming them in some like other stressful situations. So if for that matter any situation, the people feel really open and naturally connected with me very easily. So this human side of work really draws me. This is the human connection that is draws me towards the work. So this is what I'm doing right now. So I'm working as an IT professional, as well as I'm doing coaching and counseling for people, and I'm helping them through their emotional journey. And yes, so this is what I'm doing right now, Krishna.
That's great, ma'am. So being a IT professional in Bangalore is what 90% of the people do. Of course, business and other kind of works do exist, but being an IT professional is something like, okay, 80-70% of the people, that's the thing they do. And also at the same time, tell us at what point of time in your life did you decide that, okay, you wanted to start a second professional career in counseling, being a wellness coach. So there must be some people coming and saying to you, you have a very good communication, so why can't you go and try these jobs? And also you must be having some kind of passion or what sparked interest in this wellness department so that you have your IT kind of job or also this kind of job parallel. So tell us about it.
Yeah. So a turning point came, Krishna, in my life when after my childbirth. So it happened in the year 2018, where I was doing really physically well. I had always been a very strong person, but during that period, I got to know about an incident of my friend's husband sudden passing away. And though I was physically recovering really well, but that triggered an postpartum depression in me. So I was going through, I was overwhelmed with anxiety, grief, empathy, and I realized that being a strong person, if I can go through this situation, most of the people, they might be going through these situations where they might not be able to express as well. So I had always, as I said earlier, also I am naturally drawn towards psychology. I had that natural feel for it. But this incident, this triggered, I would say this gave me a purpose in life. I wanted to help people through their emotional wellness journey, and which is what I'm doing right now. I want to help them in their emotional wellness, or maybe it could be as small as a personality issue, or they might be technically very sound, but they don't know how to give their ideas. So as simple as the confidence issues, and as great as anxiety kind of issues. So I help the now people with these kind of journeys as well.
That's great one, because in each and everybody's life there should be some kind of turning point, and that turning point will be affected mainly by the kind of emotional things. I do understand that after you gave your childbirth, that you went through some of your close friends' incidents, which actually impacted most in your life, because most of the people they'll be getting stuck at one point of time in their life. So this is what all people do, because we always think that okay, life is something like it will be going normal, and if we just work hard we can just achieve whatever things we want. But the thing is that we will be getting stuck at one point of time, even if we are just able to do whatever things we are able to do. But the thing is that we will be getting stuck, and because of the kind of emotional trauma which we are facing, as you told that if suddenly some of our persons close to us, they are not with us, and if suddenly something's happened to us, because I have also gone through some phases in my life, like what to say, I'll be getting stuck at some point of time, and I'll be like standing like this. I don't know what to do the next point. So at these kind of times, I think there should be some kind of persons, some kind of professionals like you to get out, to get ourselves from things like that out. And also, you were speaking like you went to some kind of post-mortem kind of depression. I do understand that kind of terms, because I have also interviewed persons like recently I have interviewed one great professional like you, and her name is Neva. She's from Delhi, and she's a great prenatal and postnatal fitness trainer. So when I'm just talking with her, the word you told that you went through postmortem depression, I do well understand, because we had a greater talk for around 1 hour about this single topic. So people like you are very useful to people around Bangalore, because most of the people are suffering this kind of traumas and depression. I know by people like you, they can just come out of that kind of things. I do now understand. Most of people will be asked like, why? What's the need of going and meeting like a wellness trainer? What's the need for going to a psychological trainer? But the thing is that if we have close friends, then it's okay. But if we do not have anyone to speak out our hearts out, then people like you, I think you're the best choice, because you won't actually judge what's happening, and also at the same time you will be giving them the proper kind of training which will actually help them to come out of a phase where they're actually stuck in their life. So now I got the right term. If you're feeling stuck in your life, then it's time to go and meet Swarna in Bangalore. So I think that's the right way to kind of introduce about yourself now. So now moving on to the kind of questions which I really needed to ask about you about this kind of wellness training. So regarding life coaching, so can you describe your approach to life coaching, and how your clients, how you actually help your clients achieve their goals? Because life coaching is something like a new kind of department which is actually very new to people. So many people who are following the same kind of work that you do, they will be having a different approach. So tell us
Mhm.
what is your kind of approach, and how well do you help people achieve the kind of things that they want in their life?
Yeah. So, Krishna, I first of all create a very safe space where they feel completely non judged, and they can open up, they slow down in my space, and we explore together like what kind of emotional patterns they are having. And once we find out those conditioning, those emotional patterns, because that's not just a immediate or instant kind of conditioning that it has happened from a very long time. So those conditioning, we try to figure out what is that emotional patterns, and once you find out what kind of emotional patterns they are having, then we try to find the limiting beliefs that they are carrying towards those thoughts or something. And then we try to reframe the story. We reframe the stories, and we take very small actions which they can do, because that's how you make the consistent muscle stronger. And also that's how you gain the confidence, because confidence comes only with small actions. Once you, if you see a bigger picture together and you try to do that act, you will not be able to, and then you will lose the confidence. So my way of making them happen is I give very manageable actions, so that they can do those actions and they feel confident after that. So I would give you an example where I how I approached this kind of situation. So there was a lady. She was a IT professional, and she was not able to say no to her work. So she was doing like 11 to 12 hours in a day, or maybe more than that, and she was not able to manage her work life balance completely. And she was lagging. So she's came to me and she said, Swarna, I'm feeling that I'm not able to say no to my clients, and whatever their work they are assigning, even if it is beyond my role, I'm doing. So after using, this CBT and other therapies that we have in counselings and other life coach strategies, we first of all, we also have something called reflection questionnaires that I use, my own intuitive and reflective questions that I ask. So that's my strategy to first of all find out what is her pattern. And I figured out that she feels that if she says no, she will be looking very, she will be of no value, and she will be looking very incapable. So that was her limiting belief. And we reframed the story, and we used to also have the role plays. So I used to have that role plays with her, and every week I used to make her say no with kindness. No, need not be like a very aggressive no. So I tried to make her practice those no's, how she can say those no's. And actionable items, what I used to give her was to say a no in her office as well in a week, and it could be a very small thing also. So, and how she used to feel after that, whether she was feeling any better or she was feeling more guilt. So after few sessions, Krishna, she started feeling really good. She started feeling really lighter, and she told me that, Swarna, for the first time in a long time, I said no, and I felt, that I trusted myself, and this was a very big win for her. And she really said thanks from the heart, and that what's meant for me, like that's really sweet of her as well. And she did whatever assignments I gave, so that way she helped herself as well. Yeah.
So I do understand that your friend kind of got a well open mind after coming to you, because once they're stuck in life, they will be like a narrow minded people. They'll not be knowing what to do in their next phase of life. But once they're coming to you, they'll be able to open the heart out, and they'll be getting a broader vision of life, because our life is basically, it's a narrow-minded thing, because we are always judged by other people, and we are also told how to live our life, because we'll also be not trying out things what we actually need to do. We'll be just blindly following what other people say. And when situations comes like this, and we are just trained for more than 20-25 years, we will be getting stuck in life. And I think a
Mm.
great psychologist like you, a great wellness coach like you, can bring out the people from these kind of situations. So can you also tell me the strategies? You also told me that in the beginning that you let people pour the heart out, you give them time so that they can open the heart, and they can just explain the kind of things they do. And can you also tell some other kind of strategies by which you will be able to kind of assess in which state the person is actually, and how well do you actually make some kind of good effects in their life, ma'am?
Yeah. So strategies, I would say that, as I said, I give a very safe space. So they open up, and I ask them very reflective questions. And I ask them a lot of questionnaires, and I take them to their answers, so that they get to know their journey. They know their journey better than me, right? So I take them to those questions, and I take them to their childhood, and even the present life, how is it. So all the questionnaires, basically the reflective questionnaires, helps me in understanding their emotional patterns. And also we have visualization techniques and all that, where we do the mind rehearsals. So mind rehearsals is not something like imagination. It's something like what wires in your brain, what fires in your brain, it wires in your brain. So when I say what fires, it means that you even athletes, for that matter, you might have heard that, they visualize before going to the biggest game or something. They just try to practice that in their minds. So once they practice that in their minds, it becomes it boosts their confidence, basically. And also it prepares them for the future. So when they're rehearsing, they also get to know what kind of challenges they might be facing, right? So next time they will rehearse on that as well. And the rehearsal, because brain doesn't know what is actually happening, and what has it can't differentiate between the reality and not real. So it will with the mind rehearsal techniques and the affirmations are also very scientific. It's not it based on your values. I try to find out the value system of a client. So based on their values, we first of all first find out their emotional patterns, and then we give them affirmations on their values, which will break that negative patterns. And the intention of those affirmations will be to break these patterns and reframe a better story. So these kind of techniques I use in life coaching, and in counseling we use CBT, ACT, REBT kind of therapies, where we try to find out what kind of automatic thoughts they are having. If they are having like really rigid beliefs about something, then we go for REBTs. And ACT, where if a person is just going through a grief and it's a real situation, right? So, real situations, we can't be rushing towards the solution. So, we need to give them space and time to come out of it and to accept the situations. We use grounding techniques, mindfulness, so that they can accept the situation. And later on, once they are in a better condition, we try to give them the manageable actions so that they gain that confidence and clarity again.
Yeah, I do understand that you use CBT and ACT kind of techniques in your work. And also tell us, in psychology departments, there is a lot of developments happening day to day. So how well do you actually stay updated in your psychological department? So what are the things that you would do yourself so that you'd be staying updated? Because in today's world, even mobile phones gets upgraded each and every day. So in the same thing, people will be expecting some kind of things in this modern world. So how do you stay upgraded in this kind of psychological department in every day of your life, ma'am?
Yeah. So even though I completed my life coach certification and I did my diploma in counseling psychology, but still with the IT world, I'm still an IT professional, but I keep myself updated in psychology field. How I do that is by attending the webinars. Also, I would be I do this. I watch this what you call role play therapies from the trusted platforms. And I also do I from every session, I would say, because I'm also taking the client sessions. So I feel that from every client sessions I reflect every day. I reflect whether what worked and what didn't work. So what created more impact, and this makes my journey of psychology ever evolving and ever learning, because I am a very curious person in general and I want to learn. I'm very what do you say, I love learning. I'm a lifetime learner. So I keep myself up to date with these things, Krishna.
Now, I do accept that your passion, your kind of love towards your profession make actually yourself too much interest to go and study what are the updations coming in day-to-day world. Also, you are just referring that you will also help people by just doing the kind of role plays that they need in their life. So tell us, what can we expect in this kind of role play session? Is it like you will be a kind of putting yourself in the place where the clients feel the grief, and you'll be able to understand them and grab themselves out of that situation? So tell us, what can we expect in this kind of role play session when we as a client come to you and meet a psychologist like you, ma'am?
Yeah. So role plays, Krishna, I would say doesn't work everywhere. So in few situations, when I say, like the person I just now mentioned, the client who was not able to say no. So it was something, to learn how to say no. So I was becoming the client in that case, and she was the person who has to, she remains the same. I am the client, and she has to say no to me. And every time I will be giving some work or something, I'll just do what, I understand what kind of job she's working. So I'll just try to enact for some 10 to 15 minutes or something, and I want to see how comfortable is she, becoming with this, with saying no. So these kind of role plays I do in some 4 to 5 sessions or 3 sessions, based on the personality of the client. I take such kind of role plays. So this was one example. And also, I'll tell you something. Role play, when it comes to apart from my clients, I do it with my daughter also. So my daughter is 7 years old, and I understand in this digital world where people like my daughter doesn't have a sibling, right? So she's a single child. So what I do is I become This is something personal I'm sharing. So, I try to become a bird, okay? And that bird is very close to her now. So I become, for every day, like for 15 to 20 minutes, I become that bird. And I tell that, I do some intentional mistakes. I do some intentional mistakes because I want to see what will be her reaction to that. And how, because when you just tell that, you should do this, you should do that, people don't follow, and kids will definitely not follow. So I just want to teach her that, what will you be doing in this situation. So I guide her through this role kind of, I do these kind of role plays with my daughter as well. Yeah.
So actually, that's a kind of good thing, because these kind of things we have done actually earlier in our age, without knowing the term. It's called role play, because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
would be we would be making our children to be in a situation like, okay, then only they will be able to understand the kind of impact which they will be having in their life. It's the kind of presence of mind. I think that's the right way, because you being a bird to your daughter and you're just explaining things, and when you are put into that situation, you'll be giving a kind of emotional kind of things, and they'll be able to kind of work the brains out. They'll be that will be kicking in the kind of presence of mind that they need. Actually, that's the thing which we should do, actually, not only with our daughters but with our very
Yes.
very own dear kind of colleagues, so that we'll be able to assess what's actually going. Okay, what will you do when you're put in this kind of situations? It's kind of thing which they have to think spontaneously, and they should act instantly. So when these two kind of factors comes, then it will be making them the brain sharper. I do understand that
Yes.
these kind of role plays do actually spark the kind of intelligence in each and every well-being. I do understand, ma'am. So speaking
Yes.
about psychology and also kind of emotional kind of wellness, we were just speaking about. So what do you mean by emotional wellness, and why is it important for overall health and well-being? So basically, tell us what do you mean by this kind of emotional wellness, and tell us
Yeah.
how well it will affect one's life now.
Hmm. Emotional wellness, to me, Krishna, is being true to your core self. So, being in touch with your reality without feeling judged, without feeling suppressed, or without feeling confused. So, for me, emotional wellness is that. So, a person, if there are many people I have seen in the IT industry as well, where they are doing extremely well in technical terms, if you say, but since their emotional wellness is lost somewhere, they feel completely lost, and they are doing good in career wise, but they are not able to manage their relationships or their overall emotional well-being. So to me, I would say, if you have a good emotional wellness where you are in touch with your reality without feeling all this suppression or confusion or those things, you are in touch with yourself, and your score will be very stable, and you will do extremely well in all these three areas of your life. So that's what emotional wellness means to me, Krishna.
Yeah, I do understand that emotional wellness is basically dealing with many emotions which will actually come only during the times we actually don't know what kind of emotions we do actually have, because it
Hmm.
comes out in a very crucial stage of our life. Like, we don't know, oh, we are just too much emotional, we are just too much depressed in this kind of, we are just too much anxiety we are just having. So okay, I do understand. So also, there are different kind of approach towards emotional wellness. Can you actually describe your approach towards emotional wellness, and actually what kind of strategies and techniques do you use around? Because you very well explain the kind of strategies you deal with psychology and life coaching and many kind of counseling sessions, but when coming with emotional kind of wellness, what kind of strategies and techniques do you use with your clients, ma'am?
Yeah. So I would say, I always tell this to my clients that do a mini journaling every end of the day. At the end of the day, just sit with a journal. You need not write a big paragraph and all that, but just like few lines about how you felt throughout the day. What were your feelings? Just 3 or 4 lines on that, and few lines on gratitude, or being thankful for whatever you having, and few lines for tomorrow. So few lines for tomorrow will give clarity towards tomorrow. So those things I ask for mini journaling. And second thing is, I would say that stay away from everything and just give 5 minutes to yourself. It could be sitting on your favorite couch, as simple as that, or it could be having a cup of coffee with yourself. So I say that you, without any kind of disturbance, you, without any phones, nothing, no digital screens and all that, just sit with yourself for 5 minutes. This is the second thing that I suggest. And the third thing I would say is, move your body at least for 10 to 15 minutes in a day. That much time you can take out for yourself. If you have a good company, that's the best thing. But if you don't have any company, at least you walk alone also, that's fine, but you do go for a walk. And take to like 10 to 15 minutes kind of break in every 2 hours. Just 5 to 10 minutes break. Like, you don't have to be sitting in front of screen or doing something, but you take 5 to 10 minutes break every 2 hours. So these are some simple things that I suggest my clients as well.
Yeah, that's actually a great thing, because most of people I talk to, they just explain this. Not only great wellness coach like you, but also nutritionists, dietitians, and any kind of people we speak. The thing is that in order to maintain your physical body, we should walk. The only basic exercise we can do is minimum walking 10 to 15 minutes after we eat or whenever we get depressed. And also I have seen many people talking to me. They say that, okay, if I have any kind of mind upset, I'll be just walking somewhere. So I think, yeah, we were just speaking about what can we do when we get stuck in our life. So we can just walk. Only when we start moving, then we can just come out of the kind of clutches which holds us apart. So also tell us, ma'am, you are just telling this as a self-care. So also, what are the other kind of self-care we can do so that we can maintain this kind of emotional wellness and we can just come out of it? So tell us, what are the self-care practices which one can do other than walking, ma'am?
Other than walking, as I said, mini journaling. Journaling is a very important thing. And since I'm not sure, see, if you can go to a therapist or a counselor every, as in when, because right now, as you know, Krishna, that we are in a world where people are bound to have, to digital life, they can't escape. And the people are having loneliness. They don't have anyone to express, right? So if you don't have anyone to express, at least journal your feelings. That's what I said. Throughout the day, whatever you felt, just journal it down. So it's like someone you're talking to a friend. So that is one thing I suggest every time. And also I suggest that if you can go to a therapist or counselor, you should be. That's in today's world, it's very mandatory, I feel. And the third thing is, maybe I would say, affirmations. If you are aware of your negative patterns or something, and you are aware of your values, just do affirm. That helps you. So those affirmations and visualizations, these are very basic things that can help you in becoming more confident and better in emotional wellness.
Right. I do understand that your practices will actually bring the people out of the kind of things that they need in their life. And also, meeting you can actually give them some kind of things which will open some kind of neurons which is getting stuck in their life, because most of people will not be using that kind of neurons. That's why I tell them people will be able to bring out the kind of emotional wellness and all kind of things only when crucial times comes in their life. So other than that, those kind of neurons just rest till the end of our life. I do understand, ma'am.
Yes.
So also,
Yeah, right.
one final question for this interview is, via this interview, if you wanted to tell any kind of message to the people who are watching this interview, it may be to the kids, it may be to the middle-aged person, it may be to the old-aged person, or teenaged person. So what kind of message would you like to tell to the audience who are watching this interview right now, ma'am?
Okay. So I would like to give so because this is in general. So I would say that don't be too harsh on yourself. Just because you commit a small mistake, or don't be so harsh that you become self-critical. So self-talk is very important, more than you know. So what kind of talk you have with yourself is really important. So be kind with yourself. That's what is my message.
Yeah, that's actually a good message because self-talk is something which we should do in our daily life because we should go in front of the mirror. We should talk to ourselves. We should make sure that we are okay. We are feeling
Hmm.
happy. We are the best. Of course, great
Hmm.
legends like Shah Rukh Khan, he'll be
Hmm.
telling to himself like, okay, he is the best in
Hmm.
this world. Of course, there are
Yeah.
many people who are great in this world, but the thing is that only when you establish your physical mind that and mental mind that okay we are the best, then only you will be able to bring out the full potential out of yourself, then only you will be
Yes.
able to go at a very high thing like which will make ourselves like feel great and do the best in our life. I do understand, so
Yes.
that's why self talk is very much important. Of course, most of people will be telling like okay don't speak negative, speak positive. So only when we speak positive, it's like the word spell is something like a magic. That's why they call it a spell. So whenever you're going to talk something, you talk positive because whatever you think, you tell to yourself, whatever self talk you tell to yourself, brain is like a supercomputer which will just analyze it and which will actually give the results which you actually talk. If you tell positive, it will become positive. If you tell negative, it will become negative. So basically like a
Yeah.
self talk with a positive mindset will actually
But
bring.
I want to say one thing here, Krishna. See, I want, when I said, people are very towards over perfectionism these days. So what happens is they're very, unless, like, it happens to me also many times, but I have the tools and technologies, I've learned in a fashion now that I know now what is what is the realistic expectation from yourself and what is not so realistic. So now I would, when people they may be doing 99 good things, but one bad thing they do and they become self-critical, like anything, that you don't deserve anything, you're worthless, but you might be doing 99 good things. So what I say is that you don't be so critical towards yourself just because you did one small mistake, two small mistakes. We are humans, we are not robots that everything will be perfect. Once you committed a mistake, you became worthless. So that kind of acceptance for yourself is very important. And be your own friend, be your own friend. When you give suggestions to other friends, you are very accepting them, but when you are doing any small mistake, you become so critical that you don't deserve anything. So that is what something I is a message for the audience.
Yeah, that's a great thing because as you told, it's not only happen within ourselves, it happens with our close relatives, friends, and many more. They'll be doing a lot of good things to us. It's like 100 good things which is done to us. But when you're doing just one simple mistake, we will be our mind is focused because actually our human mind is just evolved like this only. We are just seeing
Hmm.
the one single mistake and we are just neglecting the other 99 good things which they do our life. So when we just focus at just as I told, when we are just doing self talk, if we are doing positive things, we attract positive things. In the same way,
Hmm.
if we see the kind of 99 good things which is done by our relatives, close friends, then I think that's the thing which we should accept and ignore the single bad thing which they have done. And also at the same time, when speaking to ourselves, when we just think about ourselves, we will be doing 99 good things to ourselves. We can just focus on that
Hmm.
instead of kind of focusing the kind of negative things. I do accept that. So that was a great talk with you in this interview session. We have spoke about a lot of things like life coaching, psychology, emotional wellness, and many things. And people who are watching this interview right now, please go click on the subscribe button. Please go click on the bell icon so that you can receive notifications whenever I do post new videos regarding women entrepreneurs and working women across different cities in India and also across different countries in the world. So people who are in Bangalore, if you are having any kind of difficulties and if you want to make yourself upgraded and if you want to feel some kind of things which will actually bring out the good in you, our Swarna ma'am is right over here in Bangalore. You can just approach her and you can just have a session with her so that you'll be able to kind of upgrade yourself. So I thank you once again, Swarna ma'am. And if people want to contact you, is there any kind of offline sessions or you do only online sessions? So tell us what kind of sessions do you approach the clients, ma'am?
Yeah, Krishna. As of now, I'm doing online sessions only, so they can approach me through my Instagram account.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's at the rate Swaramb, SWAARAMBH.
yeah, I do will
And thank
mention.
you so much, Krishna. Yeah.
Thank you once again, ma'am. Because people who are watching this interview, it's not only people from Bangalore, people from any place, any cities in India and also across the world can approach Swarna ma'am over here. And of course, I'll mention her Instagram link in the YouTube description so that you can directly message her and have a chat with her, and you can just go through what are the kind of things that you wanted to discuss and have good upgradations in your life. So thank you once again, Swarna ma'am, for coming and joining this Women Today YouTube channel. So hope you do a lot of success in the future, and wishing you all the best on my behalf for your future ventures, ma'am. So once again, good evening. Have a good day, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, Krishna. First of all, that you gave me such a nice platform to talk about my stories, and you are doing extremely good work. So keep up the work.
Great once again speaking to you, and thank you for giving me kind of blessings which will actually be a motivation to kind of continue this Women Today YouTube channel journey, ma'am. So thank you once again. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
ma'am.